Hi friends, it is Megan. Today is a new week, and unlike last week where I did 2 separate weekly reading vlogs for each readathon, I'm going to do it a little bit different this week. I'm going to do my weekly reading vlog like normal. I'm going to tell you all the books I'm reading, and then at the end of the week I'm going to do an endgame readathon update and then a Owl's Magical readathon update completely separate from this video, and I think that'll just be better in the long run because doing 2 filmings, 2 editings, 2 uploadings, 2 of everything for that video was just a little stressful last week for 7 days of filming, but I guess it was only 5 because I only filmed 5 days, but either way, I just think this will be better. So, to get us started, I'm still working on The Time Traveler's Wife. I'm now on page 410, and I was planning to finish this last night, but then instead I picked up Into Thin Air by Jon Krakauer, and I'm now on page 51. This tells the story of a guided tour that went on an expedition of Everest and all the things that went wrong with it, and I'm excited to keep reading this because it's actually super interesting. I didn't expect much from it, but I'm actually pretty intrigued so far. I read a lot of pages last night, so that's good. And then I'm also working on Crooked Kingdom, but because I'm only reading with the pace of the other booktubers, I'm only going to be reading 10 more chapters of this week, so this definitely won't be finished this week. And then I'm expecting to finish The Chamber of Secrets this week. I'm already on page 299, which is very close to the end, as you can see. So I expect to finish this week. So I expect to finish The Time Traveler's Wife, Into Thin Air, and Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets this week. But other than that, I would also like to pick up Ready or Not by Meg Cabot because I've been talking about this since last week. So I'm hoping to pick this one up this week. And also, if I have time, I would like to pick up All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr and The Carrie Diaries by Candace Bushnell. These 3 are part of the Owl's Magical Readathon, so I'm hoping to power through these this week, but if I do have time to get to another book after these 3, then I'm hoping to pick up Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas, because it's one of my extra April TBRs that I was hoping to pick up on top of the 2 readathons, so maybe if I can get to this week, that would be nice to cross off the list. And because I'm almost finished with Chamber of Secrets, I expect to be picking up Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban this week on audiobook, and I'll be watching Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets since I finished it, and then picking this one up. So those are my goals for the week. I'm excited to see if I can actually accomplish them because last week I only read 2 books, which is like an all-time low for me since starting BookTube. So I'm hoping that I can do a little better this week. So stay tuned for this week, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hi friends, it is Monday, April 8th, and I am making good headway into Thin Air by Jon Krakauer. I'm now on page 157, which is the start of chapter 9, and I'm about halfway through. I'm enjoying this so far, and it tells the story of a personal account of the Mount Everest disaster of 1996. I'd say it's about a 3 stars. I'm enjoying it. It's not that I love it or I'm captivated wholeheartedly, but I am enjoying it. This is my History of Magic prompt. I'm also on page 27 of Ready or Not by Meg Cabot, and it's okay. There's this one phrase she uses almost every page, and it's getting kind of annoying. She'll like explain something and I totally get what she's saying, and then the next sentence will be, this is what I mean. So it says on the first page, who cares if my sister Lucy doesn't agree? Actually, she didn't say she didn't like it, not that I would have cared if she had. I didn't do it for her, I did it for myself, which is how I replied to her. Lucy, I mean. Like, so she goes, blank I mean, blank I mean, blank I mean, and I like got it from the get-go, so it's just kind of annoying to see that I mean. So, because it's like every page and it feels like there's just no other writing, and I'm just not enjoying this character in general. So luckily this is a super short read because it's middle grade, so it's got bigger text and it's like only 240 pages, so this will be a quick read. I'm just not really enjoying it that much. Then I'm on page 325 of my Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets audiobook. I'm enjoying this a lot, so that's really all I have to say about it. It's Harry Potter, it's 5 stars, obviously, so I'll keep reading it, but I'll keep you updated on when I pick up Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Once I finish all the Harry Potters, I am going to try to rank them all in order of how I feel about them, so that'll be fun too. I haven't made any progress in Crooked Kingdom, so I'm probably not going to until tomorrow/Wednesday, just because that's the next date for spoilers and it's only 5 chapters, so I can fly through that really quickly. So that's probably the next time I'll give you an update on this. And then lastly, since I am going to be finishing Into Thin Air and Ready or Not pretty soon, I will be picking up All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr and The Carrie Diaries by Candace Bushnell. So I'll keep you guys updated on those. I really like this one because at work when we're not busy I just kind of read, and I like when a book can like flop open like this so that I don't have to hold it up and try to read it. But that's all I have for today, so I will check in with you tomorrow. Hi friends, it is Wednesday, April 10th. I didn't get to update you yesterday because I had a very, very busy day. I worked from 7:30 to 3:30, and then as soon as I got off work I went into town with my parents to go to an auction, so I didn't get home till really late last night, but I did get quite a bit of reading done, so I'm gonna update you on that now. I don't think I updated you on Monday about The Time Traveler's Wife, but I did finish this. I ended up giving it 2.5 stars. It was alright. It was enjoyable, I guess, to an extent, but there was a lot of complications about it that I didn't like, but I'll talk about those more at the end of the week in my wrap-up. And then after finishing the book, I did watch the movie, and I have a lot of feelings about the movie. None of them are good in the slightest, so I'll probably be doing a video ranting about how much I hate the book-to-movie adaptation of The Time Traveler's Wife, so stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, yesterday I did pick up All the Light We Cannot See. I'm now about halfway through on page 268. This tells the story of a girl and a boy who are both in the time of the Holocaust, and it tells of the differing sides. So it's interesting to get those perspectives and see the perspective of them thinking that they're doing what's right on both sides. Then I finished Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, 5 out of 5 stars as always. And I'm super excited about this because now I get to watch the movie. As I said, each time I finish one of the books, I'm gonna be watching the movie that goes along with it and just kind of comparing the two, seeing the differences and the changes they made to the movies. Then I read some of Ready or Not by Meg Cabot. I'm on page 110. I'm not sure how I'm feeling about this. As I stated, there's that phrase, blank I mean, or this is what I mean, or this is what I mean, and I just really don't enjoy that kind of writing style. It feels very repetitive, and I'm just not into it, so this is probably like a 2 stars, but it is pretty quick. I've already gotten halfway through it, and I've barely read any, I feel, so this was a quick read. Then I'm on page 281 of Into Thin Air by Jon Krakauer. I'm really, really enjoying this, so I don't know if I'm gonna keep it or not, but I am enjoying the story, so that's exciting. I'm probably gonna give it a 3 or 3.5 stars. It's not something I love, but I really am enjoying it. And then I'm on page 147 of Crooked Kingdom. That is the start of chapter 11. I do need to read 5 more chapters today in order to get caught up with my group, which would be the start of chapter 16, so that will be on the docket for today. But more importantly on the docket, I've got Anthony here, so we're going to be doing a boyfriend booktube tag kind of video, and then I'm going to be spending the rest of the day with him, so I won't be checking in until tomorrow. But before I do that, I never updated you guys on my library haul, and I've got a ton of books. I think I showed you Throne of Glass last week, but I did pick up Throne of Glass. Then I have also picked up Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi, A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Bridget Kimmerer, and then One Dark Throne and Two Dark Reigns by Kendar Blake. The first 2 I picked up because they're part of the theming for the Owl Crate or Fairy Loot box, And then the last two, which are by Kendar Blake, are part of the Three Dark Crowns novels, and I wanted to continue that series. These will probably be the last priority of the month, but they're still a priority to me. So that is all I have for today. I will check in with you guys tomorrow. Hi friends, it is Friday, April 12th. I didn't update you yesterday because I was doing a 24-hour readathon, so whenever I was filming for that, and I didn't want to take the extra time to update because it would get in the way of reading more. So starting this weekend, I will now work every weekend. So from now on, my weekly reading vlogs will include Monday through Friday filming, but it'll be like a Saturday through Friday update kind of thing. So on Monday, I'll update you on the weekend, and then it'll wrap up on Friday instead of Sunday through Saturday, if that makes sense. So for this week, I will be wrapping up today, which is Friday, and then starting on Monday for next week, but kind of giving you an update on the weekend on Monday. I hope that made sense. That was all confusing. It makes sense in my mind, but I hope it makes sense to you guys as well. Anyways, I'll just wrap you up on this week. Now, I finished The Time Traveler's Wife. I ended up giving this 2.5 stars. I enjoyed the book, I guess. I loved the concept, but the execution wasn't necessarily what I hoped, and it was very, very confusing. It jumped around a lot. It tells the story of a man who marries this woman, and then like in the future he goes back and visits her when she's younger, so she knows her whole life who she's gonna marry, and it's just like, I get it, but there was stipulations to the time traveling that I didn't like, so he could never take anything that wasn't part of his body, so he always like showed up naked and everything, and just the idea of a strange old naked man talking to a young girl and it like being played off as okay. I don't know, it's just creepy, and the whole thing just didn't really resonate with me, so it definitely was not my favorite book. And then I ended up watching the movie, and I hated the movie. I already didn't like the book that much, and then the movie I felt was a very poor adaptation of the book. I think I'm gonna do a video on like book to movie differences on this book just because I feel that strongly about the movie. I don't know, we'll see. I then finished Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. 5 stars as always. The audiobook was hilarious. I loved the narrator's interpretation of Gilderoy Lockhart, and then I watched the movie last night because I've been watching the movies after I finished the book, and Gilderoy Lockhart and the impression of Gilderoy Lockhart in the audiobook were like spot on between each other. It was just really funny, and I really enjoyed it. But yes, 5 out of 5 stars as always. Probably not my favorite book of the series, but I still enjoyed it. I will do a ranking of all of the 7 books once I finish all 7, but I am only doing like 1 per month, so that might be in the future. And then yesterday during my 24-hour readathon, I finished All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr. I ended up giving this 3 stars. I enjoyed it. I didn't love it. It tells the story of 2 kids into the time that they're like teenagers and their perspectives on different sides of the war. And I enjoyed it. It just wasn't my favorite. Then I finished the Carrie Diaries. I ended up giving this 2 stars. It was an enjoyable read. It helped to kind of clear my head after reading something like really involved and complex, to go back to this and just have a quick and easy read, so that was enjoyable. But there was a really toxic relationship in this, and it was never challenged or like said that it was really bad, so I did give it 2 stars. And it's supposed to be the prequel to Sex and the City, but this didn't really give me any desire to watch Sex and the City. So then I read Ready or Not by Meg Cabot. I gave this 1 star. It just was not my taste at all. It had a lot of like simplistic language, and it would give definitions of words that I already knew the definitions of, and it would say a sentence and then be like, this is what I mean by that sentence, and it was very repetitive, so I didn't like the writing style at all, and also the story just wasn't my cup of tea. There was maybe 1 scene in here that I really enjoyed, but other than that, it just was not my taste. Then I finished Into Thin Air by Jon Krakauer. I gave this 3 stars. I really enjoyed the genre of realistic adventure, like true stories, so this was enjoyable to read. I don't have anything really bad to say about it. I just didn't, like, it's not one of my favorite books, if that makes sense. So those 4 I finished during the 24-hour readathon, and then I also picked up, I'm on page 130 of Throne of Glass and 25 of God's Grave. And then today I'm also going to be picking up Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. I am driving up to Anthony's because I work up near that area, so I just stay with him when I work on the weekends. So now I'll be driving up there and reading this along the way. But that's all I have for this week. I hope you guys enjoy this weekly vlog. I will check in with you on Monday, update you on my weekend, and then finish next Friday. And that's how this is gonna go until I get a full-time job where I don't have to work on the weekends. But thank you so much for watching. I will check in with you guys on Monday, and bye!